So, Adrian, a fellow hockey fan, how great is that? And great wisdom. I'm curious, what were some of your takeaways?
Well, I think a few things that sort of jumped out to me that were really reinforced through chatting with Michelle. One is to be available. I hear this so often is that, and we found in all of our studies when we were writing All In that leaders come in, they at 8 or 9 o'clock, they close the door. We don't see them again until 5 or 6 when they leave. What we found, the highest engaged teams, this managers spend about 75% of their time with their people. That's hard for a lot of managers that are so sucked into working, with peers, with bosses, with clients, etc. But you want an engaged team, you got to spend time with them. That's being in the now.
Yeah. I really appreciated when she said, look, it comes down to communication. With all the uncertainty and all the changes, you've got to make sure that you're communicating, if not over-communicating, to put people's minds at ease with all that's going on. And, we keep thinking, we're going to have this little period of niceness, and then all of a sudden the economy rears its head and people are getting laid off, So you never know. I appreciated her take on communication.
Yeah. Another one was sort of for a leader, a couple of things, have a confidant, which is really important.
Yes.
Whether it's a mentor, whether it's a coach, have somebody that you can unload to who's not going to be, take and use it against you, if you will, but also be real. You don't have to have all the answers. I think that idea of vulnerability is so important. Nobody expects, especially as she was saying, Gen Z, they don't expect their managers to have all the answers anymore.
No.
They expect them to be a partner with them and figure things out as they move forward.
Yeah, her take on generations I thought was really interesting. Bold, interesting, savvy, smart. They're not going to put you on a pedestal, which I think is a little frightening for leaders. You hire somebody, you want sort of that immediate respect that you need to prove yourself out and that authenticity, that sharing your story. What did I learn? And I've been anxious before too. It's okay. She also, in passing, said, you're not going to have them for very long.
Yeah, I thought that was
so.
good.
Yeah. So make it fun, make it great while they're there, knowing that they're probably not going to be there for very long. People change jobs a lot. Right?
Yeah, you've talked about this often, is that idea is that you have to welcome people back. So you have to send them away well, because sometimes they're going to be coming back to you. And that's a different world where in the past where we used to expect people to stay with us 2, 3, 5, 10, whatever years. Now they may stay 6 months, but they may come back in a year, and they may stay 3 years this next time. It's a different world, and we have to be ready for that.
Yeah. Well, those were my takeaways.
Yeah.
Any wrap up? Any final thoughts, Adrian?
No, I think it's just a really important reminder to be real, to lead in the now, to not get hung up on, no, this is the way we've always done it. I remember when we started writing Anxiety at Work, I was speaking to a big defense contractor, and they had some Q&A time at the end, and I started realizing every single question was about this younger generation. Why don't they get it? Why don't they get how things are done here? And it was interesting. After 5 of these questions, I just simply posed the question, is it possible that maybe we all need to start managing a little differently and be more in the now, as Michelle says? So I think that's my last takeaway is they need to change a little bit too, but we need to change. We need to meet in the middle here.
Yeah. I like, too, that she said, look, even through all those trials and all the upheaval, that she was grateful for the time, that she had to explore new areas and recalibrate her life and reprioritize her life, which brings us obviously through all the wonderful people that we're grateful for, aren't we, Adrian? Our wonderful producer, Brent Klein, who makes all these podcasts sound so wonderful, and Christy Lawrence, who helps us find amazing guests. And of course, all of you who listen in and give us your time and share it, hopefully, with others. We never take you for granted, and we're grateful for that.
We are. If you like the podcast, please share it and download it. We also love you to visit thecultureworks.com. That's thecultureworks.com for some free resources. Of course, pick up a copy of Anxiety at Work, wherever great books are sold. And we love speaking to audiences around the world, virtually or in person, on the topics of culture, leadership, teamwork, resilience. So give us a call. We'd love to talk to you about your event.
Yeah, and pick up our books. They're available to fine bookstores everywhere. And by the way, anybody can buy just one. Buy two. They make great gifts, birthdays, anniversaries, bar mitzvahs. Well, listen, we're grateful for your time, for our guests, and for this chance we have to spend with you to talk about mental health. Adrian, it's always a delight to see you and our wonderful guests. And hey, I'll probably see you in about another week. What do you think? Should we do this again?
Let's do it again. Yeah. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today. Until next time, we wish you the best of mental health.